One started, and off we go from Cleveland. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 25 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilkins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 4th down, Wilkins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Watson's throw taken in by Miller. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's the option. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Out to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings had 10 and 5 to start play, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilkins. This will go to Henry out wide. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 99 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball of the season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson going to take it himself. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Wilkins. He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilkins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Henry up the middle. And some room to work. Derrick Henry all alone. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it